Hello everybody, this is Lisa from Pressure Crisp, and today we're going to be making cabbage lasagna in the Ninja Foodi. It's for all those people that are doing low carb, keto, but you know something else? It also tastes delicious. So let's just jump right in and get started. So what you see in front of you is a little over a 3-pound cabbage. Pretty tall. So when you put it in the Ninja Foodi, if you use a trivet, you're not going to be able to get the pressure lid on. So we're just going to go ahead and cook it with the 2 cups of water with no trivet in there. So what we're going to do, we're just going to cut a little bit of the stem out. Once again, be careful. Take a sharp knife. See if I can angle this in. And then get that in there. Just avoid your fingers. Alright, so we went ahead, we cut that stem out. Just use a very sharp knife. So let's just go right on over to the Ninja Foodi. So this is the 6.5 version. I tried putting a trivet in there and also putting this cabbage on top. It doesn't allow me to put the lid on. I am going to take one of these leaves off, just at the base. Just some of these leaves off on the base. And I'm just going to put those down there and we're going to create like an insulation area. Alright, I'm just going to put it just like that, and you're just going to set this cabbage right on top of that insulation area. Next, we're going to go ahead and add 2 cups of water. Then you're just going to go ahead and put your pressure lid on. Make sure it's set to seal in the back. Go ahead and turn your Ninja Foodi on. We're going to hit pressure. It automatically defaults to high. The time, we're going to bring it down to 7 minutes. We're just going to go ahead and hit start. So while that cabbage is coming up to pressure and it's going to cook on high for 7 minutes, we're going to go ahead and make the ricotta filling. To this bowl, we're just going to go ahead and add 15 ounces of ricotta cheese. We're also going to go ahead and add 1 whole egg, about 1 tablespoon of chopped parsley, 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese, 1 teaspoon of salt, as well as 1 teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, and 3/4 cup of mozzarella cheese that's shredded. And we're just going to stir this to combine. Okay, so it's done pressure cooking for the 7 minutes. We're going to go ahead and do a manual release. Okay, the red tab is dropped in the back, so we're going to go ahead and remove the lid. Once again, open it away from you because it's going to be hot. And watch out for the dripping water. Put the lid to the side. Alright, look at that. That's beautiful. So now what we're going to do, we're going to take it from the Ninja Foodi and put it into this pan to let it cool. I did put some gloves on because it does offer like a certain layer of insulation. Alright, we're just going to grab this bad boy. Woo, hot. So I'm just going to put this over like this, and we're going to let that cool. So we're going to go ahead and take the water out of this bowl, and then we'll start on the meat. Okay, so now we need to brown the meat, so we're going to go to sear saute. It's on high, and I'm just going to hit start. So what you see in front of you is a 1/2 pound of ground sausage and a 1/2 pound of ground beef. We're just going to go ahead and drop that in. I'm not putting any oil to the pan because the sausage should have enough fat. And I did pick up this handy dandy tool. It's an OXO. It helps break up the meat. And look at this. It is fantastic. And I will put a link in the description below because this is a very handy dandy tool. Just a pinch salt and just a little bit of black pepper. We're just going to go ahead and add some onion. This is finely chopped. It's about a 1/2 cup of onion. Just want to add that right to the meat mixture. And just keep chopping it up and just letting it cook because you want this cooked all the way. Okay, so we're just about there with the meat being done. I am going to go ahead and add 1 clove of minced garlic, and we're just going to cook that. Okay, so the meat mixture is done. So what we're going to do is use a kitchen towel. I'm going to hit stop first off so it stops the heat. And we're just going to pour this off into another bowl. To this, we're just going to go ahead and add a jar of your favorite sauce. The size is 24 ounces, and we're just going to mix this together. Perfect. Just going to put this off to the side. Sear up a little spinach that we're going to add to the ricotta. So I'm going to go ahead, this is like 2 handfuls of baby spinach. I'm just going to drop it right in there. You want to wilt this spinach. And then we'll add it once it's cool to the ricotta mixture. So that spinach is cool. I did chop it on the cutting board, and now we're just going to go ahead and mix that spinach in. Now we're going to be working with the cabbage. It's cool to the touch, so we're just going to go ahead and peel some of these leaves off. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll be back for the layering. Okay, so what you see in front of you is a 7-inch springform pan. This also can be purchased on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description for this pan. We're going to start with a layer of the cabbage. I just want to show you something on these leaves. You want to cut the stem out. I'll just show you quickly how to do that. So I did the one already. I'll push that back for a second. I do like to take paper towels and dry them off just a little bit before I put them in there. So let me show you this one. See the size of that stem? So I'm actually just going to cut over. Once again, watch your fingers. You can cut or just tear it out. Just take that stem out just like that. So to begin with the layering process, just take your cabbage leaves. You're just going to put them in here. Once again, don't forget to cut that stem out, or if you want more of the stem cut out, you can do that as well. All you're going to do is just put a layer of cabbage, just like you would if you were doing the lasagna noodles. It's the same principle, same technique. Just going to go ahead and layer the bottom. And you want to cover it. You can cut pieces to make them fit. Just work with the cabbage. Alright, so we have a ladle. We're just going to ladle some of this meat sauce right in here. Just want to give a thin layer. Alright, next we're going to go ahead and add a cheese layer. Just going to put that right there. And you're just going to take a spatula and just go around and just create a nice cheese layer. Look at that. This is going to be so good. So fantastic and good. Now we're going to go ahead and do another cabbage layer. Just going to take the cabbage and put that there. Now, we cooked up this whole head. We're not going to use this whole head. So you can go ahead and use it for another recipe if you want to make galumpkies, basically stuffed cabbage. Or you can just take this and saute this up with some onion and butter and just serve it as a side dish. Look at that. That piece fit in there beautifully. Now once again, you don't have to use the parchment if you don't want to. This is personal preference. I just don't like aluminum foil touching my sauce. It's personal preference. That's the way my mother did it. I guess it's the way I do it. And we're just going to go ahead and put this over the top. I'm going to use my new handy dandy trivet. Just going to pick this cabbage lasagna up and just put it right in the middle of this trivet. I'm going to go ahead and add a cup and a half of water. I am going to put my little OXO egg trivet in there as well. I just want this up out of the water because I did notice sometimes it does sit in the water. You're just going to put it together just like this. You're going to take your pressure lid, go ahead and put it on. Make sure it's set to seal. Ninja Foodi is on. We're going to hit pressure. Automatically defaults to high. The time, we're going to do this for like our usual lasagna. We're going to do 25 minutes. And we're just going to hit start. Okay, so it's done cooking, pressure cooking. We're going to do a natural release for 15 minutes. So it's been 15 minutes. We're going to go ahead and do a manual release. Red tab is dropped down in the back. That probably took 10 seconds. So once again, we're going to take the lid off, open it away from you. Watch for the dripping water. Put the lid off to the side. We're going to separate these handles. They're hot, so please be careful. We are going to lift this out. I have a half sheet pan set up with a baking rack that I'm just going to set this on. Take it out, put it over here. I'm going to go ahead and dump this bowl in the sink. Just going to put the bowl right back in. We're going to go ahead and take the aluminum foil off. Once again, be careful, it's hot. It smells great in here. I mean, it's fantastic. We're going to go ahead and put some mozzarella cheese on top. Alright, these handles should be cool enough, so I'm just going to go ahead and lift this up and put it back into the Ninja Foodi. Just pick it up. put it right back in. I am going to take these handles and tuck them down the sides. Go ahead and lower your lid. We're going to hit broil. It's on 10 minutes. We're going to set it for 8 and hit start. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes. We're going to go ahead and check this. Oh my, and look at that. Once again, those handles are hot. Be careful. So I'm just going to go ahead and lift this out. I'm going to grab it by the handles with some kitchen towels. Once again, be careful. And we're just going to set it right on this rack. And we're going to let this cool for 30 minutes. Let's see if we can get it out of this springform pan. I'm just going to pick it up. Yep, it's sticking a bit. There we go. Alright, it hasn't been 30 minutes, but it's been around 20 minutes, so I'm just going to go ahead. Alright, it went down just a bit. Let's see if we can get this off. Oh, my cheese! Wow, look at that. Just gorgeous. So let's get to that taste test. Time for that taste test. Look at that. Close up, it's beautiful. Still steaming. You should let it cool for 30 minutes. I didn't, so it kind of fell apart. Let's just give this a taste test and see how it is. Mmm. This is fantastic. I think I like this better than the regular lasagna. So thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe.